Hello people YouTube, how are you today? It is me, Abby, and today I'm going to be talking about my fears. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know I did a video, one of my first ever videos, where I talked about my 3 worst fears. And that video I watched and I cringed so hard because my fears have definitely changed throughout the years. I only mentioned like the worst ones, the ones that get me the most, but that's also changed a lot. Because back then I was about 15 years old, I'm 19 now, and I was almost afraid of everything. It's weird. I was afraid of what teachers would say, what my parents would say, getting in trouble, people would tattletale on me, spiders, any kind of bug, almost bears. It was a lot. I was afraid of like the letter F. I don't remember why, but I was. It creeped me out. But like a lot of that has changed. Like I was afraid of almost everything back then. But 3-4 years later, it has changed a lot. Because first of which, I am still afraid of pierced nipples. And I am not afraid to say that. If you have pierced nipples, what the hell is wrong with you? Like literally, I cannot do it. It freaks me out. I actually made a post on Twitter today where I mentioned, like I made it kind of like a joking post saying, I'm afraid of heights and pierced nipples. Don't judge me. And the biggest site for pierced nipples, called Pierced Nipples, or nipple piercings, followed me. They have over 50,000 followers, and they liked my tweet. And I find that hilarious. I didn't go on their site though. I'm not gonna do that. And I'm gonna explain why I'm afraid of pierced nipples again, because they creep me out. I know people who have them. I've had people who showed me theirs and terrified me. I'm afraid of like the initial piercing because I feel like your nipples are the most sensitive, like one of the sensitive parts of your body. So putting a needle through there freaks me the fuck out. And also the fact that once I was on Facebook, and you know, like on Facebook they have like the uncover thing when they have like a photo that's like too graphic or not appropriate for like younger people, or like in case somebody doesn't want to see it. A post was, "This is why you don't wear a bra with a wire." And the girl ripped off her nipple with her piercing because it got caught in her wire. When she yanked it out, it was ripped out. Her nipple was ripped in half. And I saw that. I threw my phone across the room and I had to tell somebody else to get out of that photo for me, and it's off Facebook, and I would not go back on Facebook. I was freaked out. Like literally freaked out. It was a lot. That fear I don't think will ever change. I'm deadly afraid. I cannot look at it. I will never pierce my nipples. I cannot look at it. It disturbs me. And for a lot of people think because I have like a couple piercings and I'm not afraid to get piercings, that I wouldn't be afraid of like nipple piercings. No, that is completely wrong. Can't do it. Nope. I'm still afraid of heights because it just sickens me. If you like, I think that's a fear for most people. Like heights are just one of those things that you get uneasy around. Like I'm not that bad today because there was mostly like when you went on like roller coasters and stuff, and now like I'm afraid. It's like when I get on a ladder I get uneasy, but I'm not so terrified to the point where I can't get on the ladder, you know? Like that part has changed from me a lot. Like don't get me wrong, I'm still afraid of heights, I'm afraid of falling, but I'm not afraid to go on rides that are super tall. Like I remember once when my feet were still really big, I think I was like 16, I went to one of those water parks, and it has like the very, very tall one. You have to climb, it's like 100 to 200 feet tall, and you step and you're like standing on a platform, and it drops and you fall that 100 or so feet down the slide, straight down into the slide, and then go into like the pool. I did that because I wanted to like test my fear, so I waited in a line for like an hour, slowly going up, seeing it get taller and taller, like biting my tongue, and when I was in it, I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, please save me, okay. And then when it happened, my heart dropped to my stomach and I almost puked, but I had a lot of freaking fun, like a lot of fun. So heights I'm not that much afraid of. And also in the video I mentioned spiders. I am not afraid of spiders anymore too, if you can believe it or not. In fact, I kind of like them now. I'm not afraid of them. In fact, just the other day I was doing my makeup and a spider, like a daddy long legs, ran across my my little station, and I wasn't afraid. I grabbed a cup, put it in a newspaper, like under a newspaper, and just took it outside. Like, I wasn't afraid. That has definitely changed. I think it was like, the thing that helped that fear is the fact that I had a teacher who had a tarantula named Angelica. It was a big tarantula, and he let it, like the students and me hold it, and I held it, and I was freaking out, but at the same time, it wasn't like anything else I've ever seen. It was like, I've seen creepy crawly before. I wasn't scared. It wasn't doing anything to me. I didn't feel like I was in danger. So like that kind of helped it, and then I just delved myself into it. So now I'm not afraid of spiders, like not at all, which is weird for me to say, because I remember in that video I was saying like how I am deadly afraid of spiders. No, not anymore. I can look at a spider now and feel completely fine, but I've seen other people freak out, which is kind of funny. I'm like, it's just a spider. It's like, how are you not freaked out? I'm like, 2014 me would definitely freak out, but 2018 me, nope. Not afraid of spiders. But I can tell you one thing. One fear that I have that I never tell anybody is the fact that I'm afraid of bears. Like, I am deadly afraid of bears. So, and I'll explain this because I've watched a lot of movies growing up. Like, I'm just gonna explain like one part before I go to the next, because I have a story involving why I personally do not like bears. So, like, I used to watch like movies and stuff. I don't remember what one of the movies was called. It was like one where a bunch of men, they're playing crash, and one by one they're getting killed off by a bear, and the two men that are left set up traps to kill the bear. They kill the bear, they eat it. But watching the movie and watching like the bear kill everybody kind of set that fear a little bit. But I wasn't like deadly afraid of bears, because I also grew up watching like Yogi Bear and stuff like that. So it wasn't set yet until I think I was about 7, 8, maybe even 9. I can't remember the exact age. But me and my family took a family reunion trip up to Colorado, and when we were there, me and my cousin, we were there for like 3 days, because it's 2 days to get there, 2 days to leave, you know, and it was like a full week. So during that, like, we had like 3-4 days there, and when we were there, we were doing a lot of this stuff. There was like fishing, horseback riding, there was a lot of bears. And what the story is me and my cousin woke up early one day, like kind of early before everybody else, but not everybody else was awake. I don't know how to explain, like some people were awake, but not everybody was still really early. I think it was like 7 or 8, and we went over this bridge, over this pond where like they had like jumping fish. And when we went over the bridge, we were kind of just like messing around, and like we were playing for a while, but then all of a sudden we heard like a grunt, and we saw 2 little baby bears, and we're like, oh, but we knew that, you know, if there's baby bears, there's a mama bear. And right after we saw the baby bears, we see the mama bear come out of the trees, and she's looking right at us, and she's like no more like 30 yards or so from me and my cousin, and so we're just standing there eye to eye with the bear. And by the way, everything I'm telling you is 100% true. I've been telling this story for years, and I know a lot of you are not going to believe me, but it's the truth. And this is one story I will tell to the day I die. I don't care. It's 100% true. But we saw the bear, and it happened so fast, but we were just frozen, staring there, and I told my cousin on the count of 3, run. And probably the best but stupidest thing we could have done, because we're pretty close to the bear, like pretty freaking close. And we were like very young too. So like slowly we're taking steps back, but God, there's lightning outside. But we were taking steps back, and I told her run when we thought we were close enough to like the bridge that went over the pond, and we ran, and the bear ran like 10, maybe even 20 feet to get to us, but then she stopped right when we got over the bridge, stopped, turned around, went back into the forest with her cubs, and me and my cousin were like crying, and it was terrifying. And that's why to this day I am deadly afraid of bears, and I don't like them. I don't want to be near them, like not at all. Bears freak me out. Like if I saw one in the wild, if I were to ever go camping, I don't know what I would do. I know like if you see a bear and it's like right in front of you, play dead, or you do like the fetal position, but I feel like I'm like, just kill me. I don't want, I would freak out. Like I feel like it would hear my heart and know I'm still alive, because I literally cannot do it. Bears are like actually one of the main things I'm afraid of, which is the funny thing because my best friend, she's obsessed with bears. Like she loves them, and she sees them and she wants to have one. She even has a tattoo of a bear on her arm, and then here I am and I'm deadly afraid of them. So yeah, those are my main fears. Like I'm not really afraid of a lot anymore. I'm not, like those are the main things, like what I just told you, but like everything else I'm not afraid of. I can watch horror movies and literally laugh at it and not be afraid. I can, like, I'm gonna say 50% of the time when somebody tries to jump scare me, I will get scared, but it depends on like what happens. A lot of the time when somebody tries to scare me, it never works out, and you know, it's okay. I don't get scared by a lot now. Like it's just those things I just told you: heights, pierced nipples, and bears. If I could think of anything else, I would tell you, but I really don't know what else. Actually, that's a lie. I know what else. Fucking roaches. And I think that one is self-explanatory. They're fucking disgusting. Did you know a roach can survive up to like 3 weeks without its head? There's something to haunt your nightmares. And that's true. That's actually a true fact. And they can survive in radiation. You're welcome to the nightmares. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video of me telling you my fears. I don't know why I did that, but hey, I did. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Don't forget to click that little bell notification so you can get updates from me, and also check the description down below for all my socials. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!